I was telling them how it's so spicy.
I'm mad you said them. It's your phone. Stop it.
So it is 6:26 and I gotta hurry up and get outside. My husband is warming up the car. We have our class at the gym this morning. But I wanted to hurry up and get this ginger tea made. So I'm just peeling it real fast.
Usually every morning I like to start my day off with some variation of some form of health drink. So today I'm making a ginger tea. I'm actually not even drinking this morning. I am infusing it to drink later on in the day, but I love this Yeti. We are not sponsored by Yeti, but we love it so much. This Yeti basically will keep your tea hot for like 2 days. So this is a really great way to infuse your ginger. So whenever you're making a tea and you're wanting whatever said vegetable or root that you're using, you can just put it in the Yeti and all those minerals and enzymes will leak into the water, and it is just so potent and so delicious. So I love to make a nice ginger tea. I mean, I'm sure you guys already know ginger is very anti-inflammatory. It can help aid in digestion. It can boost your immunity. It improves your circulation. It's a natural detoxifier, like really supporting your liver. It can help with nausea, and it's really high with antimicrobial benefits. So whenever I used to get bugs, sickness or illness, which I really don't anymore since starting raw milk and colostrum, I used to take a lot of ginger. So I think ginger is really good to have in your diet as much as you can. I usually try to find ways to put it into our diet, but if not, I like to make this really delicious, potent tea. Another workout at Burn Boot Camp. It was a cardio day, and oh my gosh, it was so brutal. So after my Burn Boot Camp workout, I came home and I took some of my beet heart out of the freezer. I have a video here on the channel about beef heart. There's a video where I talk about the carnivore diet, and organ meat was a huge takeaway from being on the carnivore diet. I discovered beef heart, and oh my gosh, it is a staple in my diet that I will always have, that and beef liver. So when I first get the heart, when I buy it from the farmer's market, I just slice it up into slithers and then I freeze it. And then when I'm ready for my beef heart, I just have a few slithers. I like to eat it pretty much raw. So I just put it in the oven like you just saw, and then I just kind of warm it up, add a little bit of Celtic salt, and eat it that way. Whenever you guys watch my What I Eat in a Day videos, you will always see me eating usually 2 pasture-raised eggs, which if you don't get your eggs from the farmer's market, what are you waiting for? You want to start shopping at your local farmer's market, getting to know your farmers. You can ask them questions about how they take care of their animals and what they're feeding their cows and their chickens, and there's just so much to learn. I started shopping at the farmer's market back in 2018, and it has changed my life. So we generally get all of our eggs and meat from the market. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are weeks when I run out of food and I have to go to whole paychecks, but usually we get our eggs and our meat from the farmer's market. So anyway, I do enjoy, I don't really love the beef heart. I talk about that more in my carnivore video, but it makes me feel amazing. It is 11:57 and I am starting to get a little hungry, and so I don't want to start snacking, so I'm going to go ahead and start prepping like a really late lunch/early dinner right now for us. All right, so it is squash season and I love squash. I especially love butternut squash. There's so much that you can do with it. I have some videos here on the channel where I am making a barley bowl and a quinoa bowl, and I don't remember if I used butternut squash. I think I might have used sweet potatoes, but butternut squash is a really great addition to those bowls that I make. But I love butternut squash. It's so rich in potassium, magnesium, vitamin E, vitamin A, vitamin C. It's got beta carotene, and so anyway, it's just a really great side dish. So I'm cooking this low and slow at like 200 or 250 degrees because it's still early afternoon and my husband is not going to get home for dinner for a while. So I'm just going ahead and roasting this, adding a little bit of coconut oil. I love the taste of like that coconut flavor with the butternut squash. So I think it's always really important to have a little bit of fat with your meals. Ever since I went on the carnivore diet, I do prioritize fat and protein. And Sister Barbara O'Neill has a lot of great lectures about the benefits of coconut oil. All right, so I'm about to have some matcha with my almond milk, and I am gonna put honey in it. And so that I don't spike my blood sugar, I am going to have some cheese, truffle cheese. It's raw truffle cheese from Whole Paychecks, and it is delicious. It's one of my favorite cheeses. I love this truffle cheese from, I keep calling it Whole Paychecks. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about Whole Foods because good golly, groceries are high. But anyway, I love this truffle cheese from Whole Foods. It is raw, it's delicious, and I usually try to at least have 2 squares of dark chocolate a day. I said I wasn't hungry, but I was hungry. So this is some of my homemade chicken soup, which was absolutely delicious, but you guys can see I'm slurping it down because it was so good. But anyway, today I'm having this matcha tea with almond milk, which, by the way, I don't think I'm going to be having matcha anymore. I don't think for me the antioxidants are worth it because I am just way too caffeine sensitive. No matter how much milk and sugar that I add, when I say sugar, I do mean honey. No matter how much sugar I add to it, I still get really bad anxiety. I was pretty anxious after I had this matcha tea, so I'm gonna back off caffeine and just stick with herbal teas. But this matcha tea is really delicious. If you're not caffeine sensitive, you should make yourself some homemade almond milk, add a little bit of matcha, some honey. It's absolutely delicious. As you guys can see here, this is a red snapper fish. Now, it's hard for me to get seafood at our farmers markets. I don't really find seafood a lot, so sometimes I get my seafood from Whole Foods, Whole Paychecks. So this red snapper, I was just kind of a little inventive. There wasn't really a cavity for me to stuff it with, so I just coated it with a little bit of Celtic salt. And then my mom sent me a box of oranges and lemons from LA, which I had like 1 or 2 left. They are so good. I miss citrus so much. The citrus in our town sucks so bad. So I'm just layering this red snapper with some orange, some lemon. If I could have put it in the cavity, I would have, but it's not that kind of fish. So I'm just putting some butter. I got some thyme. My garden looks so trash right now. I'm squeezing a little bit of lemon over it for some really delicious flavor. I also cut up a couple slithers of onion, and I am just covering it up and putting it in the oven. I'm checking also on my butternut squash, which has been in the oven for a couple hours now on like 250. That's why, this is why I like to go low and slow. So if you're a busy mom or just a busy wife or whatever, just stick things in the oven and put it on like 200. That way it's done in the morning and it's just low and slow. Of course, I had to finish off that cara orange because it was so delicious. So while my red snapper was in the oven, I think I bumped that up to about 300. I'm just taking some of that butter and putting it back on top, but she turned out so beautiful. My only regret that I didn't do when I made this red snapper was have like broccoli or Brussels sprouts on the plate, because that would have made the plate just so gorgeous. The plating of it would have had all the colors. We had red, orange, green. But anyway, we don't eat a lot of veg anymore. We still do eat veg, but not a lot of veg because I get joint pain. And something that me and my husband love to do is we love to share plates. At first, he thought it was weird when we were dating that I wanted to share everything, but now he's actually really grown to like it. So
Yeah, I think I swallowed a bone on accident.
yeah, that's because you're eating so fast and I'm not getting any because I'm taking my time so I don't swallow a bone. Whenever we have dishes, sometimes we share a plate, and it just forms intimacy. I don't know, it's really sweet, to get to just like share food. But sometimes, listen, your girl has to eat fast because he'll eat it all from me. So yeah. Now I will tell you, if you make this red snapper, keep it away from your kids because this fish has so many bones. So if you're making this for kids, I don't recommend you make it for kids. So after dinner, we decided to go for a walk.
This is a form of slavery. Don't talk to me.
What do you think of the weather?
I said, real baby, yeah, what you doing? Ah,
Awesome for you.
yay! It's you fucking cold,
nice to get out, though.
brother. It's so cold.
I should have worn my fur hat.
Your Klitschko hat?
My what?
Your Klitschko hat.
We just did a mile, 1.61 miles. It is 8:51 p.m. And as you guys know, it's milk time, baby. All right, let's get to the milk. I am not blending tonight. It's just gonna be milk and honey tonight. You guys already know raw milk has been such a game changer for me. Oh my gosh, I lied. I forgot that I made my tea this morning. So I'm gonna have tea, and it's perfect because my milk is cold right out of the fridge. I was actually talking to my mom last night, and she was like, "You're not from me." She's like, "You're not black." Okay, whenever I make my milk smoothies, it's blended, but whenever I drink the milk plain, I like to have it at room temperature with the honey. So this is perfect because it hasn't had time to sit out of the fridge. So I'm gonna put my honey in it, and it's gonna get to sit. So last night my mom was like, "Is that warm?" I don't warm it because that would like kill the benefits of it being raw, and it would kill all those good probiotics and all that good stuff for your gut. So I just leave it on the counter, let it get kind of warm, like room temp with the honey, and it's so good. But in the meantime, let me show you guys the ginger tea. It's been sitting in the Yeti all day, which we love this Yeti. Like, me and my husband have gone on vacation with this thing, and it has literally kept our drink hot for 2 days. I know this is like a big purchase, but if you're on the fence about Yeti, let me just tell you, if you're going on a road trip and you want your hot drink, or even if you just like want to have a ginger tea and you want something to be sitting all day, like oregano, let's say that you're sick. I have this video where I am talking to you guys about all my concoctions that you can have if you have like a cold or a flu, and all of my concoctions work every single time. A couple of them are things that need to be sitting for a long time and infusing in the water. And so with those concoctions, whether it's oregano or horseradish or onion or whatever, it needs to just be sitting in the water and like letting all of its enzymes out. I think for me, a Yeti is just so great because I love to make a ginger tea. Now, yes, I do have a juicer, and I do love to like juice ginger and put things through the ginger. But as I've gotten older, I think that some of those things can be a little harsh on my stomach. So if you're looking for something that's gentle on the stomach, I always think that making a broth and making something warming for your body is really, really great. So let me show you this ginger tea. My husband, every time he drinks it, he's like, "Ah, it's so spicy." Like, if you're into ginger ale, you could probably figure out how to carbonate this, and it would be really good carbonated, but it is spicy. Let's give him some, and I'm gonna have some too. All right, so I find that I sleep better with some sugar in my system, so I like to add some honey to my milk. Sometimes I also add some freshly ground cinnamon. So I just kind of leave the knife in the milk, and the honey kind of just melts off the knife over time, and I just stir it in. Look how dark the ginger tea is from sitting all day. So the ginger tea is really spicy, like I said. If you let it sit in the Yeti versus just cutting a piece of ginger and then pouring hot water over it, it's very different. There you go, baby.
Oh, is this for me, my love?
Yeah.
Did you make that tea I like?
Let's see. Did I?
Yes, it is. No. This will determine how long I love you. If it's long time or short time. Is there a lemon in it?
No, there's no lemon.
Ah!
There's no lemon. It needs lemon?
You know this. Why don't you love me?
You want lemon?
If you want my love.
Fine.
God, you're the best.
Lemon. So spoiled. So spoiled.
I love you so much.
I turned this man into a monster. Hey, babe. Why are your TV so loud?
This is always good for the soul.
Do you like it?
Always, my love.
What do you think? I was telling them how it's so spicy.
I'm mad you said them. It's your phone. Stop it.
But you know what I mean. I was telling them how spicy it is and how much we love the Yeti.
We do love the Yeti. That was also a gift I got you when I went traveling.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you, baby. I love you.
Mm.
That is good for the soul.
It's good for the soul.
All right, I'm gonna drink this. It's spicy.
For the soul. It's good for the soul. It's good for soul. It's good for soul.
As you guys heard, Dee says it's good for the soul. And look at that steam still coming off of it. Look at that steam still coming off of it. So to put an end to my night, I take magnesium with my raw milk and my honey. This is like the perfect bedtime concoction. If you haven't seen my premature ovarian failure video yet, I am taking my progesterone, my bioidentical progesterone, which is for 12 to 14 days out of the month. So that's it.